In general, the winner circle is literally not another app situation. This is not, even though we might eventually have an app situation, it's not meant to be that. We're not building an app, we're building community. And we're building community with intention in the sense that those that get it right away. And for most of the part, most of the people who are flocked to this community pretty much got it right away. We're holding the line for everybody. For everybody. That means everybody. That means immigrants. That means trans people. That means, women of all shapes and sizes. That means people of all faith backgrounds. That means people of all abilities or disabilities. That means people who are neurospicy. That means we hold the line for everyone. And what that means by holding the line is we don't tolerate discrimination, harassment, and things like that, but we also challenge each other to be better and to do better. And that's going to look differently for so many different people. And so many people are going to be open to various iterations of that. That's all your prerogative. You can engage here in the circle as little or as much as you want to. It's your and so on the winner circle, this will always be free. The key going forward is going to be community. And I see so many people trying to have certain conversations on Meta's platform, whether that be about talking about a digital I mean, I don't even know if they called it that yet, like a digital underground railroad. But why would you be talking about that on Meta or any of their apps that they can listen to or things that they can do? So that's why we are in a private Zoom right now. That is why the winner circle is on my private website. It's a spinoff of missross.com. So you can also go to missross.com for other information or whatnot. But the community that I'm building here is at win.missross.com. And to be fully transparent, that comes from, I have a little pamphlet somewhere around the house, actually upstairs, but from our Buddhist organization that it's a little pamphlet called The Winning Life. But it's basically an introduction to the practice of Nichiren Buddhism and chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. I've been practicing for 14 years. And so it is because they have helped me to develop that winner's mindset and the winner's life that I have been different. It's not that I am inherently different. I don't think, that I'm inherently different, superior or inferior to anyone or anything. I just was introduced to something that helped me think differently and move differently, which means making different choices and decisions. And what I learned most of all from all of this is that winning is not about scoreboards, bank account balances, credit scores, things like that. Winning is a moment to moment battle with ourselves over our own fundamental, what we call fundamental darkness, or things that get in our own way of not realizing our own potential and beauty and value and all of those things. It doesn't mean that I don't experience upsets, challenges, pain, loss, all of the things, right? It is, and I have experienced all of those things. I built this space so that I can be more transparent about that. So, and I would just ask of you, there are some times when, we're going to share things in the circle, and there are going to be moments where I do want to share things that are beautiful, profound things that we're talking about or what have you in the circle, or maybe somebody's sharing something they want to be shared out, that they have a business or a goal or something they're working on, and we want to use this to share that out to, great. But there are going to be moments for me, and there are probably going to be moments for you where you want to tap on something or talk about something, but you don't want it shared outside the circle. And so all you do is have to say, I just want to keep this in the circle, or keep this in the circle before, after, just around the things that you are sharing. But there are certain things that I'm going to share and talk about that I do want to keep in the circle as much as possible. I know I can't have full control. Part of this community that I'm building is to try to model what accountability looks like. So it's hard to talk about being in a community with people that are not accountable to you. So that's why I stopped saying in generalized ways about the Black community or the trans community or the LGBT community, because everybody in that community, we're not accountable to each other, but we're trying to build spaces and communities of accountability. We're trying to undo and unlearn the things that haven't been serving us and the things that actually have been tools of the oppressor that we have used because we understand their power, or there is some power that is experienced, felt, associated, affiliated with dominant oppressive structures like patriarchy, white supremacy, what have you. So there are women who feel there's a benefit of being a certain type of woman who aligns with the patriarchy. And there is a benefit to certain women who can fit that very narrow box and do as they're told. But for everybody else, when it comes to talking about issues of, you understand this, when it comes to talking about issues that need to be addressed by policy or law or by our leaders, our representatives. Um, that's why we have like these LGBTQ organizations, NAACP, women's organizations, and different things. The sad part is that you've got LGBTQ organizations who all fought for marriage equality, but who have been silent on the issues that trans people face, right? And so then you also have Black communities that only talk about issues that affect Black men, but can't talk about the oppression that Black women are experiencing, um, or that Black femmes, queer, and trans people are experiencing, and they don't care, or they believe that that's not fundamentally something that is supposed to be uh, represented in their communities, right? It's not supposed, that's, we don't, Black, we don't do that. That's some white, you know, that's what some people think. We're in a situation where you're going to have to check the people that you're in community with and ask for some accountability. Otherwise, those are your associates. Those are people you would have to associate with for one reason or another. But that ain't community. Those are associates, people maybe.